Good day everyone, and welcome to the first vlog of 2020 here on Adventures with Parker. Now the theme parks may still be closed, but the regular parks are open. And today we are here in beautiful London, Ontario to explore the trails of the Thames Valley Parkway. Along the way, we're going to encounter some city parks, historical sites, forest trails, and even a closed amusement park. All that and more on the way in today's video, so without any further ado, let the adventures begin. All right, so we're starting our journey here on Oxford Street. If we go down here, we will be entering the trail. Now from here, there are two different ways we can go. We can either go to the north, which takes us to a city park and a trail that eventually leads to my school, or we can go to the south, which will take us downtown. And this is the direction that we're going to be taking today. Our first stop on the tour is here at Blackfriar's Bridge. This is the oldest wrought iron bridge in Ontario and was constructed in 1875. So we're not going to go all the way across the bridge. Our journey actually continues up ahead. The Thames Valley Parkway is very popular among London residents. You'll probably see a lot of cyclers, joggers, and hikers in the background of my videos. I myself make it a part of my regular jogging route. And of course, we're going on a hike today, so point proven, I guess. We're now coming up onto the first major park of the tour. This is Harris Park. Some of my favorite things about this particular park are the views of the skyline and downtown, and of course, the beautiful Thames River. This park also features a very nice looking playground, obviously closed right now due to the pandemic, but on a normal day, it looks like it would be very fun for the kids. Now this park is where the Thames River splits into the south and west branch. So you can either continue straight and end up just a couple blocks down, or you can take a turn, cross the bridge, and keep going for quite a ways more, and that is exactly what we are going to do today. Just a few weeks ago, these trees were in full bloom. They were absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't know if there's anything particularly interesting about this bridge, but we're on it, and that's cool. What we're looking at now is London's Navy Reserve.
Its property is home to the Battle of the Atlantic Memorial, which is closed to the public for now, but is still visible from the pathway.
We are now walking past the London's Children's Museum. Obviously, it is closed right now, but under normal circumstances, it offers some really cool interactive and educational exhibits for kids. I believe the Children's Museum used to be a school back in the day. It gives off old school vibes anyways. Now at this point, it looks like the trail ends, but don't be fooled. After a short walk on this sidewalk through this neighborhood, we'll be back on the trails once again. See? What'd I tell ya? Now here we have to make a decision. We can either stick to the main path and head through that tunnel back there, or we can take this adventurous path. Of course, we are going to take the adventurous route. As you can see, we are now getting further and further away from the downtown core of London. And yeah, we're just kind of walking out here along the Thames River. Very scenic, very beautiful. So by the end of this hike, we'll end up at a city park known as Springbank Park. It is home to Storybook Gardens, London's small amusement park. So we'll be getting a glimpse of that later.
Although it began simply as a new water pump, Springbank Park was actually a popular resort destination back in the day. People would travel to the park from London by steamboats on the Thames, and later, electric streetcars. The grounds featured gardens, green space, a dance hall, and in the early 1900s, it was even home to an amusement park with a roller coaster called the Cannonball. Although that particular amusement park and Cannonball are long gone, Springbank has been home to the Mother Goose themed amusement park Storybook Gardens since 1958.
All right, we are now back to our regularly scheduled trail. If we would have taken that other turn and went through that tunnel back there, we just would have ended up back on this trail. So, yeah. Well, something you'll see on the Thames Valley Parkway are these little messages written onto the ground. You'll see them all throughout the trail. They're kind of cool, they kind of get you thinking. Now here's a bit of what I was talking about earlier. So this is a plaque dedicated to the Victoria, which is a ship that went down, but it was one of the ships that went between London and Springbank Park. But I could just imagine back in the day, this river being full of boats going back and forth between the park and the city. It's really cool to think about. The sun is finally starting to peek out. It was pretty overcast when we started off, so I got my shades on now. And as of right now, I have been walking for 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I think it's time for a snack and water break. Plus, I need to reapply some sunscreen. Sun safety is important, people. I've got my water, I've got my trail mix, and yes, I did use hand sanitizer before I started eating. Also, we've now made our way into Greenway Park. This part of the trail is known as the Terry Fox Parkway, named after Terry Fox, who ran across Canada on a prosthetic limb. The Marathon of Hope and Terry Fox Run are used as ways to raise funds for cancer research here in Canada. We still have a very long ways to go on our hike, so let's keep going. Now, one thing I did forget to bring on my hike is insect repellent. The mayflies are crazy right now, which makes sense because it's May.
What we're looking at now is Springbank Gardens, which was one of the old dance halls of Springbank Park. Today, this space can be rented out from the City of London for both public and private events.
Just off of the main trail is this nice little, whoop, almost tripped there. It's this nice little dirt path that leads you right to the edge of the river. Very pretty, but again, you can see the bugs all over the place. I need insect repellent. And just to clarify, I am not freaked out by bugs. I just get really itchy when I get a lot of bug bites. And yeah, that's the story I'm going with. All right, and we are headed to the right. So we're on the other side of the bridge now. We aren't going to be continuing in this direction, but over here you can find more trails as well as a golf course. Our tour is going to be continuing on the same side of the bank that we were before. So back across the bridge we go. But that view is amazing. So pretty. Also at this point, we are at the 2 hour and 10 minute mark. I think it's time that we take another break.
I originally wanted to do this vlog all in one continuous video, but there's just so many interesting things to see that I'm gonna have to stop here for today. Tune in on Thursday for part 2, where we'll explore Springbank Park and Storybook Gardens. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that wonderful YouTube stuff, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when I upload a new video. And give me a follow on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at adv_with_Parker. I hope everyone's staying safe, and remember, the adventure is calling. See you next time.
Well, would you look at that? A pretty flower and a squirrel.